If you've been researching your Medicare options, you might have noticed that a lot of people on YouTube and social media just love to bash Medicare Advantage plans. And while Medicare Advantage plans are certainly not perfect, openly bashing Medicare Advantage plans, spreading what I call misinformation, and pushing everyone to buy a Medicare Supplement plan can be dangerous.
Be careful.
So take this video for an example. It has 1.8 million views.
And I'm going to tell you right now why I would never choose a Medicare Advantage plan.
Okay, while it does make some good points about Medicare Advantage plans and their weaknesses, there's plenty of half-truths and just straight-up false information in here that is designed to try to get people to buy a Medicare Supplement plan from this guy. Today, I'm going to give you an unbiased take on that viral video and also point out any misinformation. And this way you can have a realistic idea of Medicare Advantage plans and why they are so popular despite what YouTubers say. First, one of the main reasons that people choose Medicare Advantage plans is that Medicare Supplement plans can be too expensive for many people, while most Medicare Advantage plans have a really low or even a $0 monthly premium. If we look at the viral video, you'll notice that he really tries to downplay this major cost difference. And let me show you what I mean.
So you get a Medicare Supplement plan that covers most of all of that. And a Medicare Supplement plan, generally for the folks that we deal with, runs pretty close to about $100 a month. So it's not by any means prohibitive in a cost standpoint.
Just a quick note here. Premiums for Medicare Supplement plans vary from location to location. I'm not sure where this guy lives, but $100 a month is generally considered to be very cheap for a Medicare Supplement Plan G and really, really, really hard to find. You'll find that in a lot of areas, it typically costs more like $150 for someone who's 65, and in some places it can be as high as $300 a month. Not only that, but he also didn't mention that Medicare Supplement plans usually increase their premiums every year. So while $150 a month may be okay for you today, keep in mind that this rate is going to continuously go up as you get older in most states. And that's why when he says Medicare Supplement plans are not at all cost prohibitive by any standpoint, it's just straight up not true. I would call that misinformation. Okay, now take a look at this clip.
On Medicare Advantage, it's kind of a pay-as-you-go, and your out-of-pocket maximum for the year, if you had a really significant year medically, can be as high as $7,500 for the year. So absolutely something to keep in mind. Can be a little bit less expensive on the front, Medicare Advantage, but can be significantly more expensive as you use it.
While there's some truth to what he's saying, Medicare Advantage plans generally have higher out-of-pocket expenses compared to something like a Medicare Supplement Plan G. But his numbers are off. Yes, the maximum out-of-pocket for Medicare Advantage plans can reach $7,550 like he said in this video, but he didn't mention that a lot, if not most Medicare Advantage plans have significantly lower maximum out-of-pocket limits than that $7,550. Now, the maximum will differ from location to location and plan to plan, but if you have a look at the plans in your area, you'll find that many of them have low maximum out-of-pockets of $3,000, $4,000, and in some places we see maximum out-of-pocket as low as $1,000. In fact, some places $500, and then others $7,550. But the average maximum out-of-pocket, according to research, is $3,100. So no matter how you slice it, $7,550 is just not the maximum out-of-pocket for most people on Medicare Advantage. Now, if you compare premiums from a Medicare Supplement plan to the maximum out-of-pocket on a Medicare Advantage plan, you'll find that in many areas and in many cases, the maximum that you would pay on a Medicare Advantage plan, even if you had many, many services and max the plan out, in many cases is lower than what the minimum you would spend on a Medicare Supplement plan. Now, this is not to say that Medicare Advantage plans are better than Medicare Supplement plans, or that you should even choose a Medicare Advantage plan over a supplement plan. And it doesn't say that Medicare Advantage plans are better than Medicare Supplement plans in out-of-pocket spending. But it's okay to show you that it's very dangerous to listen to someone who is biased towards one option over another, because they're not going to give you the full picture. And honestly, they're going to be deceptive in what they're saying. So finally, let's listen to this one last clip.
When you go to use either original Medicare with a supplement or Medicare Advantage plan, significantly less expensive with original Medicare and a supplement.
Okay, this is just absolutely not true. Again, I'm not here to bash Medicare supplement plans. However, saying that Medicare supplement plans are significantly less expensive than Medicare Advantage plans is just simply not true. In fact, we have many clients that have chosen a Medicare supplement plans and many clients that have chosen a Medicare Advantage plan. We help you figure out what's best for you. And if you want to see the actual numbers, I did a whole math video on the cost differences between Medicare Advantage and Medicare supplement plans, and you can check that out right over here. Okay, but let's continue with this topic. One of the downsides of Medicare Advantage plans is that they have networks of doctors and hospitals, and depending on the type of plan that you have, you might not be covered to go out of your network, unless it's an emergency, of course, because you can be covered in an emergency anywhere with the Medicare Advantage plan. But if you go out of network by choice, then you will have either higher copays or no coverage at all. Now, meanwhile, with the Medicare supplement plan, you can go to any doctor and any hospital that accepts Medicare, and your plan should cover your costs. So that's a really big upside to Medicare supplement plans. However, this video just goes out of its way to make Medicare Advantage plan networks seem like they are worse than they actually are. So take a look here.
Now, something to understand, if you are looking at Medicare Advantage plans, the lower that cost is, generally the more restrictive it will be, or the smaller network of doctors and hospitals. So kind of get what you pay for without a doubt.
While there may be some truth to what he's saying, he's really trying to put the most negative spin on Medicare Advantage plans that he can. The truth is, most Medicare Advantage plans have a $0 monthly premium. And almost everyone who has chosen a Medicare Advantage plan has chosen a $0 monthly premium plan. So to say that cheaper plans are more restrictive is a little misleading, since most Medicare Advantage plans do not have a monthly premium above $0. And if anything, he should be saying that Medicare Advantage plans, where you have to pay a premium, may have more network options. Okay, now let's talk about prior authorizations. The truth about prior authorization is that sometimes your treatment has to be pre-authorized or approved by your plan before you receive it. And a lot of YouTubers, especially those who sell Medicare supplement plans, try to blow this pre-authorization thing way out of proportion.
That's crazy talk.
They try to make the viewers believe that it's going to be impossible to get any treatment that costs any money, or that is going to cost their plan or the insurance company money when it comes to Medicare Advantage plans. However, I want to commend this viral video for being a little more fair than many other YouTubers. Instead of making it seem like you can't get expensive treatment, he instead says that the prior authorization process can delay your treatment. So take a look.
On a Medicare Advantage plan, different story. There's pre-authorizations where if you're going to have something significant, generally they have to get it pre-approved before you can do it. And that can cause wait times of weeks, even months, to have whatever procedure you need to have done.
This may have been true a couple of years ago, but CMS has recently passed new regulations for Medicare Advantage plans, imposing time limits for Medicare Advantage plans to respond to prior authorization requests. So the idea of weeks and months of delay, well, that really didn't happen anyway, but it's now restricted or required by CMS that they respond within days. So it's not going to happen, and it doesn't happen. Also, Medicare Advantage plans live and die based on their star ratings. Literally, how they are rated by the people who have the plan has an impact on the money that the insurance company makes. So it aligns the incentives between what the people with the plan want and what the plan itself wants. And so when CMS gives them a star rating, that determines how much money the plan is going to make. And if a plan gets complaints, their star rating goes down, and it will literally kill the plan. So there are a lot of reasons why Medicare Advantage plans will try to make sure that you get the prior authorizations and get the coverage that you need and get your answers quickly. Okay, up next, let's see what this video says about switching from a Medicare Advantage plan to a Medicare Supplement plan.
I get calls all the time from friends that I know that my sister's on this Medicare Advantage plan, and now there's an issue and we need to get her off. How do we get her off? You can't get her off. Once you're in a medical scenario and you're already in Medicare in most states, you'd have to go through medical underwriting to get a Medicare supplement plan.
All right, so this is another half-truth about Medicare Advantage plans. The thing this video is trying to say is that if you choose a Medicare Advantage plan and you want to switch to a Medicare supplement plan later, you'll have to be in great health and you'll have to pass Medicare questionnaires in order to be able to switch, which is mostly true. However, he's trying to make it seem like switching is very difficult so that you'll be afraid to even try a Medicare Advantage plan.
You shall not
The full truth is that if you're new to Medicare, you can try a Medicare Advantage plan for an entire year. And if you find that it's not what you want, then you can switch to a Medicare Supplement plan within the year without going through medical underwriting. This is known as trial rights. It allows you to try and see if a Medicare Advantage plan is right for you while still having the option to switch back to a Medicare Supplement plan anytime during that first year, even if your health isn't perfect. There's also another situation where you can get trial rights. If you have a Medicare Supplement plan and you want to try out the Medicare Advantage plan side and see if it's right for you, you can switch over and you will have 1 year in which you can move back to a Medicare Supplement plan without medical underwriting. This video makes it sound like medical underwriting will be very difficult. And for some it is, and for some it will be. However, for the average person with Medicare, if you haven't been hospitalized in the last year, if you don't have, a heart condition or a chronic lung condition, then you will be able to get a Medicare Supplement plan by going through underwriting. In fact, the majority of the people that we do go take through underwriting actually get approved for a Medicare Supplement plan. But you don't want to be in a situation where you have had a heart attack or you have been hospitalized or you do have cancer and now you want to get a Medicare Supplement plan. Well, that's not going to work out well unless you have a trial right. So while this viral video is giving half-truths about the difficulty of switching from Medicare Advantage plans to Medicare Supplement plans, he's also trying to scare people away from even trying Medicare Advantage by not mentioning these trial rights or the way that medical underwriting actually works. So this is a concern for me, since these trial rights are there for you to see what works best for you. Now I want to touch on probably one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about Medicare Advantage plans. Okay, we're gonna watch one last clip from this video about people who sell Medicare Advantage plans.
And to be perfectly clear and transparent, I sell Medicare supplements. I'm an insurance broker. That's what I do. I could absolutely easily sell Medicare Advantage plans. Medicare Advantage plans actually pay a much higher commission than Medicare supplement plans. But I'm completely uncomfortable with selling something to somebody that's super important in something that I just don't believe in.
Okay, this guy, he clearly does not believe in Medicare Advantage plans, but this is absolutely not easy to quote unquote sell Medicare Advantage plans. This guy tries to make it seem like he can just approach an insurance company on a random Tuesday and they'll allow him to sell a Medicare Advantage plan with very few questions asked. If anything, that's how it works with Medicare supplement plans. Pretty much anybody with an insurance license can sell a Medicare supplement plan, no questions asked, no oversight. But the truth is much different than what you see here. It is much harder to be able to sell a Medicare Advantage plan. For insurance agents, there are so many regulations. There are so many requirements. There are training requirements for every single plan you represent. If you represent plans from 40 companies, you have to do a minimum of 40 trainings, one for each company, in addition to other trainings, like the AHIP, which is the Association for Health Insurance Professionals. So for example, I'm not even allowed to say Medicare Advantage plans are better than Medicare supplement plans. I cannot say that. That is not permitted. I'm also not allowed to say that Medicare supplement plans are better than Medicare Advantage plan. I am not allowed to do that. Because I represent Medicare Advantage plans, I am required in my speech to be non-biased. So if I said something like that, I could lose my ability to represent Medicare Advantage plans. There are even more regulations, and every year we go through a lot of tests and certifications, like I explained, for every company that we work with. So this year alone, I spent upwards of 120 hours studying, taking tests, and certifying to be able to represent Medicare Advantage plans. Meanwhile, to sell a Medicare supplement plan, all you have to do is submit paperwork. Zero training, zero testing, zero recertification on a year-to-year basis. So this guy is saying you can easily sell a Medicare Advantage plan? Not true. Also, one of the biggest misconceptions out there is that Medicare Advantage plans pay agents more than Medicare supplement plans. Some people have even commented on my videos, of course you're saying positive things about Medicare Advantage plans. They pay you more. Well, the truth is Medicare supplement plans actually pay more upfront. And Medicare Advantage plans will pay agents more in the long run. So over 10 plus years, yes, an agent will make more with a Medicare Advantage plan. But over 5, 6, 7 years, most agents will make more with a Medicare supplement plan. So don't get this idea that all the agents want to sell you a Medicare Advantage plan because they're going to make more money out of it, because it's just not true. If you want to know exactly how agents are paid for Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plans, I made a whole video about it to kind of clear up some of this misconception. So I would recommend that you watch that. Okay, we've gone through all my clips here, and I just want to say that the viral video about Medicare that we just watched, the clips from, does have some legitimate points about the downsides of Medicare Advantage plans. And Medicare Advantage plans are not a right fit for everyone. So it's good to study up on your options before you choose. However, I will say that this video, like many of the other viral videos on YouTube and other social media posts about Medicare, can be dangerous if it's full of half-truths. The people making these videos really want you to sign up for a Medicare Supplement plan with them. Not because it's the best option for you, but because it's the best option for them. If you want to know why so many YouTubers are pushing for Medicare Supplement plans, I made a whole video explaining that, which you can take a look at right over here. And remember to always stay informed, and if you need help, get help from someone who is unbiased and is not incentivized to sell one plan or to push something on you, like the agents here at PlanFit. In fact, our agents are paid salaries. They are not paid commissions, so they will help you find the best plan for you. All right, that's all for this video today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.